Welcome back everyone, my name's Lee from Lee's Kitchen. Today we're going to make pizza, and I'm going to make it a little bit different today because I actually have a pizza oven out the back, our Uni pizza oven, and I thought I'd change things up because not everyone else has a pizza oven. So I thought I'd cook it a different way, and I'm going to do it in my cast iron frying pan today, and hopefully that turns out really good. So for what you're going to need today, you're going to need a frying pan that can go into the actual oven. So this is a Solar Techniques Australian-made cast iron frying pan, and they are fantastic. I'm going to use that today, but you could use a cast iron frying pan or anything with just a handle that can go in the oven. Secondly, you're going to need pizza dough. So pizza dough, I'm using my homemade pizza dough, which I had frozen previously. So what I do is I make a full batch of pizza dough, and even though I'm by myself and I'm going to do one pizza at a time, I freeze up the portions, and then the morning of making pizza, I'll defrost it on the bench and it comes out beautifully. And then other things you're going to need some spray oil. So I actually love putting olive oil in one of these refillable spray bottles, and there's no aerosols or anything in it. It's just fantastic. You're going to need some semolina to stretch out your pizza. You can use flour, but I like the little bit of crunch that the semolina actually gives. And then obviously your ingredients for your toppings for your pizza. So I've got some pizza sauce. Hopefully one day I'll be able to grow my San Marzano tomatoes and I'll be able to make my own pizza sauce, but at the moment this jarred stuff will do. And then also I've just got some ham, some pepperoni, and some mozzarella cheese to use up. So I'll be using those on my pizzas today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this frying pan greased up, and then we're going to get the pizza dough flattened out, and we're going to press it into the frying pan. So before anything else, we're just going to get our oven started. So I'm going to get that on to about 220. Now we're actually going to start this on the stove. So I'm going to be cooking basically the top of the actual pizza, so that's why we don't need it up so hot. All right, so first I'm just going to grease up my frying pan. So I'm just going to use some olive oil in here. I actually like it how it gives it like a crispy texture when it actually cooks as well. So that will help it turn out really good. All right, so now we're going to get some semolina onto the bench. Like so. And for my pizza dough recipe, I'll link it down below. It's one of my older videos, and hopefully one day I'll get around to redoing it properly. All right, that's in there. That's there now. So now we're just going to flip it over, and we're going to start just stretching it out. Now we don't need to worry too much about doing like a edge or anything like that, because the actual frying pan will give that edge. And just keep turning it over, just so that it's getting covered in that semolina. And as the semolina cooks, it makes it turn out so much crunchier. And I'm no professional at stretching pizza, so if you are a professional at pizza, I'm sorry. All right, so that looks stretched enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it into our frying pan, and we're just going to stretch it out. So we can just press that in and just do just a little bit of border around the edges. Now we're just going to flatten that out just a little bit. All right, so now we're going to put our toppings. So toppings are endless. Just make sure it's not something that actually has like a little liquid or anything in it, like pineapple. So I've just got some store-bought pizza sauce at the moment. I've actually checked on my tomato plants and they're actually really picking up. I planted them a little bit earlier because usually we plant them not until the first week of November, and I planted them probably at the start of October. But they seem to be doing really good, which I'm quite happy about. It's my first time doing them, so honestly I don't know what to actually expect. All right, we've got our sauce down. Mozzarella cheese. You have to go to Costco soon and buy more mozzarella cheese. It's probably the cheapest place to get shredded cheese at the moment. All right, so that's that. Then I've got some shredded ham here. Let's crack that open. Will do. And then I've got some pepperoni. Heaps of here, so I'm just going to slap it on. All right, we're just going to get this on a medium heat. We don't want to cook it too fast, or else the dough won't have a chance to actually cook before it actually browns. So we're just going to get that on there, and we're just going to leave it there for about 5–10 minutes until it starts to generate a really nice crust under there, and then we'll get into the oven. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. Let's give it a look under here. You can see there's some color under there. So now we're going to get this into the oven. Now, just with one of your bigger frying pans, just make sure it actually fits in your oven before you actually chuck it in. This does fit, but it has to go in backwards. All right, I'm going to bake that for about another 10 minutes. Ooh, that's how it is. All right, so to be honest, crust isn't as crispy as I want it, but let's take a look at underneath it. So I think that's probably the most important part. Let's get that out. See how space looks underneath. Oh, there is some crunch. And it is definitely browned properly. Definitely some crunch to the base. I also have some of this hot honey, and I'm going to squirt some of that onto it as well. That goes really good with all the meats. So if you like spicy food, it goes really good with it. There we go. Let's try it out. All right, let's give it a go. It did burn just a little bit on the bottom there when I had it on the stove, but if you can keep it low enough, it shouldn't do that. It's definitely made a really crispy base on the bottom of it, if you're a fan of that, rather than just a quick made pizza. This did take a little bit longer. It took about 15 minutes compared to the 4 minutes in the actual uni pizza oven. But it's sometimes nice to do pizzas a little bit different, and this just shows that, you know, if you don't have a pizza oven, you can still make pizza at home. So I hope this video helped you. Like the video if you loved it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you.